Hey guys, fullfil here, and today we're going to talk about how you should respond to champion nerfs. Now this is something I personally thought I'd never address in a video, however avoiding this mindset can be super beneficial. So the mindset I'm talking about is when a champion receives a nerf in any form, and all of a sudden the league community give up on that champion. This comes down to a couple of factors, and I think the main reasoning is when a champion is balanced and no longer god tier, then they stop seeing as much competitive play. People like to apply top level play to their solo queue, thus if all of a sudden no one's playing Zed at LCS, Zed's play rate will also go down. I could talk for quite a while on why this is seriously stupid, but to TLDR, competitive play is not directly applicable to solo queue play, so stop trying to apply it. So let's use a champion who showcases this trend perfectly over the last two patches. In patch 5.1, Syndra loses 20 base damage on a Dark Sphere, alongside a Scatter the Weak ability becomes a lot less forgiving on its hitbox. To sum up that change, she had a very minor early game damage nerf, and a skill cap raise on a stun. Now in the newest 5.2 patch, they're toning back a bit of that skill cap on a stun to make it feel overall more reliable. Yet during that small change, her statistics took a real impact. To my knowledge, her pick rate was already dropping or dropped on patch 5.1, and equally so did her pick rate in normal games. Using the LoL King statistics, we can see that on the day patch 5.1 hits, Syndra would appear in roughly 7.3% of all games. The day after the patch, that number drops down to 5.2% appearance. Although I don't want to delve too much into analysing these stats, it's obvious to see that even a small change has such a big impact on the community's opinion of a champion. If you want a mid laner who is relatively safe, has great range whilst offering pick and kill potential, Syndra is still a great champion for you, regardless of that nerf. Being a sheep and copying what you see in LCS is not the optimal way to play the game. If a champion you enjoy takes some nerfs, then try to stick through it and see if you can make it work. In 99% of scenarios, Riot aren't even trying to gut your champion, and the toning down is justifiable. You probably won't even feel the effects of a nerf like Syndra's unless you're super good at League and already play a ton of Syndra anyway. Like honestly, if you were never informed of the 20 damage reduction, do you think you would have noticed when you're doing a Syndra combo? Not to mention this nerf has literally no impact on a late game, as the ability still scales to the same base damage when maxed out. And on a final note, if you choose not to drop a champion when they've been nerfed, if anything you're probably going to be ahead of the curve. It's really common for pick rates to fluctuate between patches, where people give up on a champion, then later return when they realise the nerf didn't really do anything. So I know this video might not have applied to all of you guys, but I'm sure you know at least one person who constantly tries to play the current strongest champions. Feel free to troll them softly, call them sheep, and remind them that playing overpowered champions doesn't make you any better at the game. Heck, even send them this video. Thanks for watching guys, remember to leave a like down below if you enjoy my content, and subscribe for future videos. Until next time guys, take care.